Where have all of you people been? Yeah, I said you people. It's party time, Mom. Welcome to another episode. We're back Monday. It is post-Thanksgiving. I am still kind of needing a nap from the tryptophan. All the turkey overdose. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. It feels like forever since I've been sitting in this seat talking to you. So I'm glad to be back here in the mothership, which is Studio 22, at least for now, because I think they're moving us next door, but it'll be the re-envisioned Studio 22 next year. But either way, good to be back with you guys. The Puppet Master Mark, the perfectionist, is at the helm, driving us into the nether regions of all things post-Thanksgiving insanity. And, of course, Super Mario Chris Cruz is over there as well. You're pure-blooded. Pure-blooded. Chris, I don't know if you're not following Chris Cruz on Instagram, you need to, because nobody can get enough of Chris Cruz. But the picture you put out of you in the bathrobe on the bed the other day with Trump in the same pose.
Yeah.
The old classic picture of Trump in the bathrobe. Kudos to you, my friend.
Thank you.
Kudos to you.
That was back in 2017 when I was trying to be like the president. Cool.
Well, it didn't work. I mean, you're cute. You're okay. So anyway, yeah, and we'll go ahead and apologize. I never apologize. I am unapologetic. But we do recognize that the audio was messed up for Lisa's microphone on my tell-all show on Monday. Thank you guys for sending out messages of support. We certainly appreciate that. It's good to kind of bare our souls. I looked really, really fat in that episode, and I'm not sure my Let's Go Brandon sweater here is helping my cause. I'm on a weight gain, dude. I got to admit, I've been on a weight gain, but I'm working on that. I've decided to quit drinking-ish. Wine makes me sick. Whiskey makes me hurt. Beer makes me fat. Tequila makes me mean. And what else is there? I don't like vodka. So, and I'm not drinking that Truly BS. So I'm out. No hard seltzers for this kid. Anyway, so it's the new improved Sober Chad, which I've been pretty sober for a while. Anyway, I want to remind everybody, if you want this fabulous Christmas sweater, you got to go to chadonblaze.com. Get into the collections. It'll take you over to shop.blazemedia.com. And you know what? Screw Stuber Gear. I was like, oh, chill. I even complimented the man saying he's got the best merch. What does he do? He's got to come at me. So,
dude, he's been attacking you for the last week.
Dude, and I'm like, you know what? It's like a gnat. I just shoo him away. Just shoo him away.
I feel like Stu. We need to shoot back. Yes, the Chad Prather Show started this war.
Yeah.
But like, we need to attack this whole Stu Does America crap.
Yeah, it's pathetic. I mean, Glenn Beck gave the guy a job. That's
true.
That's the claim to fame.
True.
Like 75 years ago, Glenn Beck gave the guy a job. So go to chadonblaze.com and use Chad20, promo code Chad20. We're going to be running that thing for a little while. I think Sarah and Stu are kicking ass in this little competition. And anyway, we got a big show for you. We got a lot of stuff to get into. We're going to talk a little bit about social media censorship, some of the things that, again, I always try to tell you things you don't even know what you should be worried about. And our buddy Brad Skistimas is with us over here in the hot seat. He is with 5 Times August. We're going to talk about your censorship as well.
All right.
And your hit song, the new hit song, Sad Little Man. And it's good stuff. It's an earworm. Who could that song be about? Sad Little Man.
It's the hit song taking over the nation.
It is, dude. I'm telling you, this is the way to do it. This is the way. Yeah. It's through the arts. It is through the arts as to how we're going to get this message out. But before we get into all that stuff after the break, did you have a good Thanksgiving?
I had a great Thanksgiving.
Good.
Yeah, it was a good time. We played this game where this was a family game that my mom had, and you put this hat on. It's got a little motor on it with forks that sit out, and you put food on it, and it goes around and around.
Oh my!
And you got to try to eat off.
You got to catch the food.
Yeah.
That sounds disgusting.
Yeah. There's like cheese and olives, and then a piece of pie or something.
You should you never know what food you're going to get. Like, is there multiple forks?
Yeah. There's like I don't know, like 6 or 7 forks. 8
macaroni
forks
on one and Alpo on the other.
That's exactly
just never know what you're gonna get.
I think you're supposed to do it blindfolded, which would make it more,
Yeah, I could smell it coming.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah.
That's a horrible. It was a wild weekend for me. I spent a lot of the week in a tent, just kind of hiding out, and it was good. The weather was nice. It got a little rainy. But then I traveled 4 hours to be at the governor debate in Collin County in Frisco Saturday, which went well, went good. Straw poll was good. It had Alan West at 28%, me at 26%, Huffines at 23%. I think it had undecided at 14%, and Abbott was at 8%. So that was good. And a lot of people raised their hands at the end saying they would have changed their vote if they could vote afterwards. So that's a good sign. It's a good sign. Prather2022.com, crisscrossing the state. But I did several thousand miles this weekend, but it's been very, very good. Anyway, hey, listen, you got homeowners insurance for a good reason, because without it, a fire, flood, or burglary could destroy you financially. But there's another major crime your homeowner's policy doesn't cover. It's called home title fraud. The FBI calls title fraud one of the fastest growing crimes, and it can ruin you financially, which is why you need Home Title Lock. Now, title fraud happens when a criminal forges your signature on documents stating that you sold your home to him. Then he takes out loans against your home and leaves you with the payments. You're going to spend a fortune in legal fees trying to prove you didn't commit fraud. Home Title Lock is going to put a barrier around your home's title, and the instant they detect anyone from a cyber thief to a renter to maybe even a relative trying to forge their way onto your home's title, they're going to help shut it down. So go to HomeTitleLock.com. Register your address now to see if you're a victim. Enter the code RADIO for 30 free days of protection. That's code RADIO at HomeTitleLock.com. Brad and I will be right back. I'm just over social media. I've got 3 more weeks of... Pete, listen, don't send me... I think I can send messages on Facebook, I think, when I see them. I don't always see Facebook messages. But I'm in jail, folks. I'm in jail. So if you're on Watch Chad Prather or Political Cowboy or the Chad Prather business page, I have admins who can still post. I'm driving them crazy, sending them stuff. I'm doing more stuff. I hate it, but I'm on Twitter. I'm doing more stuff with Getter. I'm doing more stuff on Free Space. There's a new one coming along. Don't sign up yet. We're not ready. You do. YUDU social. That's actually going to be a subscription-based deal. It's going to be like $1.90 a month. You put your money where your mouth is. I mean, you want to get on these free sites, then you want to complain about how they treat you. Now, I think the future is subscription. We'll see. But anyway, I don't want to be censored. Brad, 5 times August, you've been censored.
Yeah.
With a great song. A great song, and I like the phrase that you used before we started. It's a protest song. Mm-hmm. It's a protest song. Sad Little Man. Who's it about?
It's about our favorite doctor, America's doctor right now. But I don't say his name in the song. You know, if you listen to the song, you kind of have to guess. If you watch the video, it's a little more blatant. But I try to be careful with things, and because once it goes out online, you've got big tech and, the overlords watching over what you say. But the video's already been flagged for medical misinformation. And as careful as I was, I don't say Fauci in the song. Right. I don't say anything about COVID. I don't say anything about vaccines. Those words are not included anywhere in the video or in the song, but it's still been flagged for medical misinformation. And
do you think that's people reporting it? Or do you think that there's algorithms smart enough to catch that? Because I don't know.
Yeah, I think so the video came out and it was doing fine. And then a few days after I posted it, I got a notification for YouTube that said it was manually reviewed. So somebody along the line said, well, we've got to take a look at this video, and decided, well, that can't be up there that way. So they flagged it for medical misinformation. Now, it's still up on my YouTube channel, but I can't post, I can't advertise on it, really. It's limited to no ads, which is insane to me because there's way worse things on YouTube, way worse music videos with hundreds of millions of views.
Yeah. I mean, you can have Lil Nas X who's having sex with the devil and then breaking his neck at the end and all this crazy nonsense.
Yeah. Like hundreds of millions of views, fully monetized, suitable for everybody. Now, some of my other videos, I have another video called Jesus, What Happened to Us that's been marked for 18 years or older. It's got, an age restriction on it.
Wow.
So I think someone somewhere along the lines purposely, you know, they pick these things out and they go, well, because what happened was Glenn Beck shared my video 2 weeks ago or so, and
to that story, listen, I was sitting in the makeup chair in there because we have the TV on, the monitors on over our head in the makeup room. And all of a sudden that came on, and I immediately turned and I go, what is that? And I saw it and I was like, that's fantastic. Who did that? Of course, awesome. You and I are connected on Twitter. It was you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that was Glenn playing it.
Yeah, and I'm so grateful for that. And immediately after that, the video starts going viral. The song starts climbing the charts on Apple Music and Amazon. But just as it's reaching peak traffic, all of a sudden the video's not showing up in search results. I'm getting comments from people saying, you know, it was really hard to find this video. And so I started doing my own tests. And then I upload another video with the same title on my own channel, a live performance of it. That showed up just fine the moment after I uploaded, but you couldn't find the original upload. So they're playing tricks, you know, you can tell that it's somewhere. And I've had communications with these people, and I've said, well, what is the medical misinformation? They won't tell you.
Yeah.
They just, you know, they don't have any more information on it.
Well, that's why for me, like, and by the way, you can go to watchchad.com. I tell you all the time, that's where all the fun stuff is, right? There's a reason, I always say, go to watchchad.com is where the fun stuff is. I don't tell you what you're going to find there, because I like to say, like, we don't refer to the vaccine, we call it the blah blah around here. And so now it's starting to catch on. More and more people are, I see it online, people are starting to call it the blah blah, which tells them, you know, that somebody's spreading that word. We just use our little code phrases around here, and it's ridiculous that that's the world we live in, right? I mean, I have shows coming up. I've got, give myself a plug, I've got Viter, Texas on December 10th. I've got a live show in Arlington, Texas on December 17th, and Houston, Texas on the 19th. Tickets aren't selling, like for that Houston show, the tickets aren't selling because everything we put out there, they squash it.
Yeah.
They censor it because people don't know about it.
Right.
Everything you put out there, people just don't know about it. I know because, you know, I used to put a video out there, and if it didn't have 1 million views and, you know, 500,000 shares in a few hours, I was like, well, that was a failure. Now, I mean, to get over 100,000 on something, you know, get 6, 7, 8,000 shares on, say, a Facebook video, is unheard of. And YouTube, forget it. So it's crazy.
Yeah, that's the game that they play, you know, and that's the number one comment that I get is like, oh, your video should have way more views.
Right.
You're being suppressed. And I didn't want to really believe it at first, because you're like, really? Like, what did I do wrong? What did I really say that was that bad, you know, compared to the other stuff that's out there? And then you see, you know, then you start doing your own little tests and you go, oh, it's not showing up here, or, oh yeah, they flagged it, or why can't I get an answer? Yeah. You know, just tell me what's the medical misinformation? Who made this decision? What are their medical expertise to make this, you know, decision over at YouTube? You know, monetization team YouTube. So like I had so many questions, and I called them out publicly on my Twitter. If you follow me on Twitter, I post everything that happens, my back and forth, my correspondence with YouTube and Google, because you have to call them out on it. Yeah. Because what I want them to say is, I want them to be honest and just stop pretending like there's no bias, because it's clearly there. And so it'd make it just a lot, I don't know, a lot more pure experience online if they just said, yeah, you're right. We don't like what you're saying. Yeah. You know, that's it. Just say it.
Just be honest about it.
Yeah.
We don't like what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's why I say, and I alluded to it earlier, and I know I can hear the collective gasps when I say there's going to be sites out there, there are going to be social media deals where they'll be subscription based, and people are like, no, it should be no. If you really truly want to be free, then, I mean, you know, you buy a cable package, you buy the channels you want to see, right? It's going to get to that point if you truly want to get your group of people, your community together to be able to see what you want to see, say what you want to say. It's going to come to that. Which, by the way, as of this morning, Jack Dorsey stepped down as CEO of Twitter, which caused their shares to skyrocket. Pretty interesting there. Trying to think of the name. One of the marketing capital companies, whatever, that sits on the board of Twitter. They're actually big Republican donors, which is interesting. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Twitter in the upcoming days with Dorsey stepping down. No finer individual, that Jack Dorsey. No finer individual. Big old POS. But it's a crazy thing that's out there. That's why I keep encouraging people to go to my website and give me your email address so I can directly contact you. We're thinking about, me and my buddy Matt Couch over in Arkansas, we're thinking about actually doing a paper newsletter. Yeah. And like mailing them out.
You know what? That's not a bad idea. Matt was one of the first people to share my music online, and I'm really appreciative of that. But it's getting to a point where you have to support these creators, these artists, these musicians, comedians, content creators on YouTube, however you can. Because like you look at what happened with my single, Sad Little Man, it reached the top of Apple Music and Amazon charts. I'm up there with Adele, Taylor Swift, Ed Sheeran. They have a machine behind them. They have lawyers, managers, record labels pushing and delivering this to the masses. And it really shows you the power of this movement, of what people, if we vote with our dollars, if we support the people that are saying what we want to be heard, how much we can make that difference. So you're spot on, And
you're a mainstream guy in the grand scheme of things. You've had songs that have been on tons of Hollywood projects, TV, movies, just all this different stuff. I keep telling people, like with my book, I said, get it on a bestseller list, not because I'm going to make money off the book. People don't make money off of books. It's hard to make money off of music. But you've got to tell the world that conservative voices, or at least the message you believe in, it doesn't have to be conservative, the message you believe in, that it still matters, that you want to hear a whole broad diversification of, I shouldn't be indoctrinated or rather inundated with ideologies that aren't my values, right? Because the big brother of media or music or Hollywood told me that that's what I have to be listening to or watching.
In the name of diversity.
Exactly. 100%. And that's of course the Buzz catchphrase. So we've got to make our voices heard. I keep telling people about this election thing. People say, well, I don't even want to show up to vote anymore because the elections are rigged. I'm like, overwhelm the ballots. The algorithms can only do so much. If you overwhelm the algorithms, I mean, I look at some people's social media and it's like, God, they go to great lengths to troll me and share stuff, and like 0 likes, 0 reactions. I'm like, why do you do this? Like, what what kind of satisfaction do you get? Because nobody sees your crap, right? But there are people out there like you, people like me, they do see our crap, so to speak. And if you like it, you got to share the hell out of it, because that you overwhelm the algorithm. I think there's a way to do that. Because I've started realizing that we're all just mathematical entities. At least that's the way the Big Brother sees us, right? Right. We're all algorithms. So I like the song. I like what you've done, and I like this journey. You reached out to me, and I was like, heck yeah, Brad, get on the show. Let's talk about this thing, because I would like to see this thing just keep pushing up. And if people listen to it and they hear it, it's like you can't get enough of it.
Yeah, and I didn't expect that with this one. This is like the 7th protest single that I've released this year, and every time I release one, I think like, oh, I'm gonna get in trouble for this one, or something like that. And this one really took off thanks to a lot of BlazeTV programming supporting it. But
Glenn's got a little bit of reach.
He's got a little bit. That helped just a little bit. No, but it's amazing to see what happens, out there. It would be great to see it keep climbing up there.
I think we should share a little bit. Let's share a little bit of the song, a little bit of the video. We got a clip here for you. Brad Skistimas, 5 times August, Sad Little Man. Check it out.
Sad little man sitting deep in a lie. He's dead in his soul, but he'll keep you alive. Do what he says, not what he do, 'cause the truth is for him and the lie is for you. Sad little man, but he's treated like a god, as the faithless pray to a fake and a fraud. Worship the man, pledge to his word. 1 shot, 2 shot, now you get a 3rd. Sad little man, you better run now while you know you can.
I love it, dude. It's fantastic. And you did the video too.
I did the video too, and I was really nervous because I was like, do I blatantly just put the guy's face on there? And I'm like, yeah, you know what? Somebody needs to take this guy down a tick, because his power's been unquestioned for 2 years. Yeah. Just to end up at a point where, like yesterday, I think he said, expect the worst. Like if you've been listening to the guy for 2 years and all he's got for you at this point is expect the worst. It's too early to tell.
Yeah.
2 years into it, it's like
He's scum, dude.
yeah,
He's pure scum.
yeah.
Now I love it. It's an earworm. It just once you just gets in there, it's like sad little man. I love it, dude. I was asking you a while ago, like, do you get sick of hearing it?
Yeah.
But
No. I mean, well, the thing is with these songs, they're still fresh on my mind because
Sure.
what's happened is I write them, I record them, and I make a video for them all in the span of about 2 weeks, and then it's out there.
Yeah.
So I haven't even really learned the words yet to my own songs.
I know that feeling. Doing live shows, doing parody songs over the years. There's some I like. I even have albums out where I'm going. People are like, hey, sing, and I was like, yeah, I wish I remembered that.
Yeah, I wish I knew that one. Yeah, but it is funny though because I was gonna say when I thought I was gonna get more in trouble for like releasing something like that, but the feedback is overwhelmingly positive, which speaks volumes to me about what the majority of people are thinking and expecting out there. So it's just interesting. I released a song called Joe a few months ago that was critical of the current guy in office pretending to be president.
Yeah.
But I expect to get in trouble for that. And the response has been overwhelmingly positive, and every now and then you get one person who's mad about it, but it just speaks volumes to me that's what's happening out there.
Fantastic, dude. I want everybody during this break, pull up whatever music platform you use and download. Get it on your phone. Get it on your music player, whatever. Download 5 times August, Sad Little Man, and just go crazy. Download all of it. You might as well. The full encyclopedia. It's good stuff. You'll enjoy it. I guarantee it. And then when Christmas rolls around, you can play it for all your family and really get the conversations going over turkey. Brad, thank you for being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for doing what you do.
Yeah.
A lot more coming out of you as well. Hey, it's almost time to start thinking about the holidays, and the first item on your list needs to be iTarget Pro. It's a revolutionary system that allows you to dry fire practice with your actual firearm in the comfort, safety, and privacy of your own home. In other words, without old Joe sniffing over your shoulder. With the cost of ammo through the roof, this gives law-abiding gun owners a better way to train regularly. No more inconvenient trips to the range or expensive practice ammunition. You download iTarget's proprietary app, you load the laser bullet into your firearm, and you start your training experience. That type of training, dry fire, is going to help you develop muscle memory, sharpen your target reaction speed, sight alignment, trigger function, and a whole lot more. iTarget Pro is going to come in all the major calibers, including .223 for your AR, so you can stay sharp with almost any firearm. I want you to go to itargetpro.com. Do it right now. Save 10%, plus get free shipping with offer code CHAD. I spell it Chad. It's the smartest way for you to practice, and it pays for itself in one day. That's the letter I, targetpro.com. itargetpro.com. Use offer code Chad. We'll be right back. And we're back. Make sure you visit Brad's website, 5timesaugust.com. It's got all the socials on there. Spell it out, 5timesaugust.com. All right. Y'all know that I like to get a little bit preachy on the show every now and then, so I want you to indulge me for just a minute and let me tell you a Bible story. All right, there's a dude walking down the street when all of a sudden a bunch of other dudes in ski masks jump out and they hit him over the head with a bike chain and, really beat the garbage out of him, steal his wallet, leave him for dead. Kind of sounds like Antifa to me, but whatever. So there he is, lying on the ground, bleeding, and along comes this other guy. Now, he's a nice guy. He's got a good heart, and he sees our friend there on the sidewalk, and he stops to help him. He kneels down next to him on the pavement and says, "Hey, I'm going to get you to a hospital where we can get you all fixed up. But first, I just want to take a moment to apologize for my whiteness. I know that we live in a systemically racist world, and I feel like it's important to do my part to atone for." And that's as far as he gets before the guy that got beat up laying on the ground just takes a rock and kills himself with it, smashes it in his own head just to get away from all the BS. Folks, there was a time not so long ago when the Salvation Army was all about helping people out. You'd see them there at the Walmart ringing their little bell asking for donations. and you'd make a beeline for the other door if you didn't have any spare change. Or if you're more generous, that type of person, kind of like me, you know what I'm saying? You'd drop some cash in their little kettle on your way in or out and feel happy knowing that you'd help someone less fortunate than you have a better time around Christmas. But just the other day, it came out that the Salvation Army is now in the business of calling white people on the carpet about their privilege, their contribution to systemic racism by dint of merely being alive, and their need to atone for it. Their new literature states that white donors should, and I quote, lament, repent, and apologize for biases or racist ideologies held and actions committed. Dear sweet Lord Jesus, look, I don't want to live in this crazy world anymore. I really don't. This is what we've come to. What in the name of all that is good and decent has befallen the collective consciousness of this country when we're taking our marching orders about how to think about racism from just any random organization that happens to be hammering out the leftist drumbeat with a handbell and a handful of propaganda pamphlets. Now, when did the notion of an organization based entirely on spreading love and unity throughout the world, sowing further hate and division, stumble over reality and fall into fashion? Look, hypocrisy is bad enough. If we're going to live in a world where people with left-leaning thinking live alongside us as fellow Americans, you sort of have to take that in stride. But do they have to invest things like the Salvation Army while they're at it? Now, I firmly believe in giving money to charity. I do. I've been blessed in my life, and one of the great pleasures of success for me is reaching out to help other people. But I'm done with people like the Salvation Army if this is how they're going to be going forward. In fact, the other day I was going into the store. I avoided them for this simple fact. So drop the woke bullshit. Maybe, just maybe, you ought to take a look at charity statistics, because what you're going to find is that conservative people tend to be some of the most charitable folks out there. But they don't like it too much when you start your donation pitch with a heaping plate of white guilt. Now, in short, here's my donation, Salvation Army. Get some common sense. Get back to doing what you were good at, drive in your lane, and maybe consider replacing those annoying bells with something more enjoyable to listen to, like some, I don't know, maracas or something. Listen, the Salvation Army and all these organizations, they've gone so far off the deep end for so long. It's gotten to a point where the best way you can do charity is walk over to someone in need and help them yourself. It doesn't need to come with an apology. It doesn't need to come with fanfare, and it doesn't even need to come with a tax write-off. Just go help your fellow man. Well, that's where we're at, Lisa. That's where we're at. Oh, my gosh. Oh, and by the way, Levi Strauss, you know Levi's?
Yep.
The jeans?
Yep.
Been around since Jesus. And Best Buy, where you buy all your crap you don't need, they're offering counseling to employees distressed over the Rittenhouse acquittal. I mean, if you're so distressed over the Rittenhouse acquittal, we know about Kyle Rittenhouse, the Kenosha thing, the shooting. That's why I'm in Facebook jail, because I said the difference between Rittenhouse and the Vax, and I spelled it V-A-X-X-X. So if you're seeing the memes out there with V-A-X-X-X, that's me.
Okay.
A lot of people are sharing it. The difference between Rittenhouse and the Vax is Kyle's shots were effective. That's why I'm in Facebook jail.
You're still in Facebook jail?
Oh, I got 3 more weeks.
Oh, but I thought you just got out.
No, 3 more weeks.
Oh.
They keep finding ways. So anyway, the Levi's, they have a chief diversity, equity, and inclusion officer.
That makes me never want to buy a pair of Levi's again.
Yeah.
But okay.
I can't tell you the last time I have, but yeah.
Yeah, no, same.
They talked about how, this during racial justice protests last year, that's when the shooting happened. It's a difficult day for many. The pain and trauma of race identity and belief-based tragedies and reality. So anyway, they're offering counseling. I would like to know who and how many are taking them up on that. Mm-hmm. Like I just need to sit with someone. I just need to really sit with someone.
Yeah, console me, please. I'm so upset over this.
Which the BS thing about it was the American justice system found the kid not guilty. He didn't do a crime. Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm in Facebook jail by making a joke about something that wasn't a crime. Right?
It's ridiculous. Yeah.
Because they said it was hate speech and blah blah blah.
Yeah, actually, a couple of things I had posted about Kyle Rittenhouse got taken down. I put it back up. Then they left me alone. But I went into my settings to have them review it. I'm like, this is not hate speech.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
I'm running for governor. I should be able to sue them.
Yeah.
Because I'm a state candidate for governor. But I mean, if they're going to take the president of the United States off, then they're not going to put poor little me in an ugly sweater. Mm-hmm. Let's go, Brandon. Back on there.
Oh, let's go, Brandon. All right. I got it all over my car, my yard, everything.
We've got some cool stickers coming at watchchad.com. Tons of stickers. You'll be able to buy sticker packs. Like we've got the I did that sticker, you know, the Joe Biden pointing at the gas pump. And by the way, folks, just hear me out. You put those stickers on gas pumps, leave it where they can be peeled off. Yeah. Don't just that because somebody else has to go scrape that shit off, and it ain't their problem. Yeah, like I'll take it and I'll just peel just the head back. And I just stick it on there.
Yes.
And I'll take a picture, and then I'll take it off, honestly.
Oh, I take the picture, and then I leave it on. Nothing that a little goo gone can't take off. And honestly, those people working at the gas stations are probably very inside happy that we're leaving the stickers on the pumps.
Probably.
But I know what you're saying, because some of those stickers, the way they're made, are very hard to even peel off to get, to get on the pump.
I leave them where people can pull them off.
Well,
I'm nice like
maybe
that.
I'll do that at my next gas fill-up.
I'm just saying, not everybody needs to suffer because of our outspokenness. But we have some cool stickers coming. But I also want to encourage people to start going to the new chadprather.com. I'm putting articles out there, 3 to 6 articles. Well, not that many quite yet, but we will be. I'm putting several articles out a day, my opinion on some things. Some of these rants where I go off, like this Salvation Army thing I just said, we'll post that on there as well. chadprather.com.
Yeah, bottom line, don't give to the Salvation Army, especially if you're white.
And I've been against the Salvation Army for a long time. They got woke a while back.
Yeah.
I also like to see how many pennies out of the dollar you give go. There's some good organizations out there. There are. I mean, Samaritan's Purse, I think, is a good one. Although I'm a little pissed at Franklin Graham these days. I got to be careful now who I'm pissed at, because some guy came to me. He came and he shook my hand at the thing the other day, and he goes, I was mad at you for a while. He said, I was like, screw Chad over this because I was picking on Steven Crowder for a while. I was like, bro, we troll the shit out of each other. That's what we do.
Yeah.
We have a good time with it. We don't have time for the liberals to troll us because we're trolling each other.
Yeah.
You know, it's like laughing about Stu. It's like, I know you give Glenn a hard time, but, you know, you were talking about Steven. I was like, Steven probably wouldn't pee in your ear if his brain was on fire, but whatever. I love it. Anyway, let's talk about some more things. But let's, I tell you what you need to do. Let's do Patriot Mobile. Speaking of conservatives and things we need to do, we really do need to stick together, especially when it comes to business and obviously charities and all these different things. I will tell you that my friends, the only mobile company out there willing to stand with you are my friends over at Patriot Mobile. They're in defense of free speech, liberty, religious freedom. They're America's only Christian conservative wireless provider. And if you switch over to Patriot Mobile, they're going to give you a free month of service right now. You do that today. The offer is going to end December 5th, so you need to go ahead and get that reliable nationwide coverage for a whole lot less and the values you believe in. Patriot Mobile has plans to fit any budget, and their U.S.-based customer support team is going to provide the best customer service. And you know what? They support organizations fighting for religious freedom, constitutional rights, the sanctity of life. So do me a favor, go visit my friends, patriotmobile.com/Chad, or you can call them, 972-PATRIOT, get a little counseling. Get a free month, maybe over the Rittenhouse.
Consultant.
Little over the Rittenhouse trial. Just call 972-PATRIOT. But if you go over there, use promo code CHAD up until December 5th. They'll give you a month for free. And they got those special discounts for veterans and first responders. You got to support companies that love America, and I know Patriot Mobile does. They share your values. PatriotMobile.com/Chad, PatriotMobile.com/Chad, or 972-PATRIOT. Be right back. First of all, how was your Thanksgiving?
Oh, it was great.
It was good?
Yeah, it was good.
Good. I can always look at your Instagram and I know what you've been saying. Like, I just know how hyperactive you are. Yeah. And I know how you're just like, you're just like, dee.
Stop. Don't make me laugh. My trays are going to fall out.
You got your Invisaligns in?
I know, but I want everyone to know that my teeth are moving.
Everybody,
they are.
Something's moving. People kept saying to me, there is a Invisalign for your life. It's called the Bible.
What?
Like from Monday's deal. Oh. I was like, look, I got it. Trust me, I got it. Yeah.
We had a lot of chit chatters on that feed last Monday.
So, look, I came out about some things I've been dealing with over the last year. That's just the way it was.
Yeah.
If you missed Monday's episode and you can put up with Lisa's mic issues,
oh my
it wasn't
gosh.
her fault, but go back and listen to the thing. We revealed a lot.
It was a tell-all
things that are going
episode.
on. And again, I have no hard feelings for my ex-wife. I wish her the very best, but she is indeed my ex-wife. And that's the way life goes sometimes. It's just the way it is. Moving on. I do want to play. So did you see Biden? I did an article this morning on this at chadprather.com. Biden was out shopping in Massachusetts, Nantucket. And I don't know, so he's at Murray's Tuggery shop. And there he is. There's the video. Look at him. The sign says face covering required. Face covering. There's Joe. He ain't wearing a mask. But he's eating that friggin' ice cream. He's got him a milkshake in there. Yeah. Rules for thee, not for me.
Look at everybody around him in the mask.
You gonna take a picture? Yeah.
Yeah, look at him.
President Puddinhead. There he goes. No mask. I wouldn't be wearing a mask either, Joe. But again, it says required face covering.
I feel bad for everyone still wearing masks. I haven't worn a mask in 9 months. I don't even own one. I don't even own one.
I don't even wear one.
Yeah, no.
People keep asking me about, Allison. Everybody knows Allison. They're like, she's like, hey, do you want to fly here or there? And I'm like, nah, I'll just drive it.
Yep.
I don't care how many hours. I was just talking to Clay Clark because he's invited me to speak at his rally in Dallas on the 11th, and he's like, can you speak at 11:45? I'm like, no, I'm coming in from 6 hours away. I ain't flying.
No, I don't blame you. I'm not going to travel like that.
Me and Pepper, baby, we in that truck.
Pepper, yeah.
I told him the other day at the debate forum, I said, I'm not opening field offices. My field office is parked out there in the driveway, and there's a dog in the back. It's a true story. my field office got 2,000 miles this past weekend. That's my campaign, baby. I had this lady who came to me. We did a show in Schulenburg, Texas last night, Sunday night music show with the Ragamuffins, which, by the way, get your tickets at watchchad.com. Come to one of the Christmas shows coming up in December. And this lady comes up, she goes, I just don't know if you could be governor with some of these jokes you told. And I'm like, that's like saying a plumber can't be your pastor.
Right.
I mean, he's not going to come in there and fix the toilets every time he walks in the church. I mean, that's my job. Right. My job is to go out and tell jokes.
Right, exactly.
And make fun of things, right? That I understand how to flip the switch and go be serious.
Settle down, Mary.
I do.
But do you?
Oh, listen, man. Listen, don't get me wrong. I haven't lost my sense of humor. You can watch the forum. Actually, you can go and watch the debate from Saturday. You go to Collin, that's 2 L's, Collin County GOP on Facebook, and get to their event page. Hit the event, and you can see the live stream. Pro tip, scroll over to the 30-minute mark. That's where it starts. You don't need to see all the riffraff, going on before. The blank stage and stuff. Just 30-minute mark.
Okay.
It was good. You'll see, I have not lost my sense of humor. I know how to use it.
And I don't think you should never. I think people appreciate your funny side.
I know how to use it effectively, I think.
Sometimes
it doesn't land. Kyle's shots were effective. Speaking of jokes, let's do a TikTok, Chrissy.
I decided to sing for them.
You know what? Her hairstyle's a
they
joke.
went off when I finished.
They
I never
paused.
had a standing ovation from ghosts.
I love it.
But I'd like to think they were
The standing ovation with my tios is otra. You've made contact.
I have made contact. It's not been in like the E.T. phone home type of sense, but I have made contact by meditating and looking up and seeing things in the sky that weren't there when I started meditating.
So now that you've made contact with ETs, maybe not this kind of contact just yet.
Not yet.
But if there was an ET that hit every box of criteria, that would be like the most ideal partner. Like, would you date an ET?
Yes, absolutely. I'm so tired of humans. I'm so tired of humans and their human bull. I'm so over it. Bring me an alien. Bring me an ET.
How about they come take her? Because we're all over her.
I'm pretty sure humans are over her.
Yeah.
BS too. So she was saying she was getting a standing ovation from ghosts.
That's hilarious.
Listen, if ghosts buy tickets, please go to watchchad.com where all the fun stuff is. Maybe ghosts buy T-shirts too.
And gas pump stickers.
In everything. We'll see if there's any free market ghosts out there. She's a kook.
She really is.
She's
such
lost
a nutcase.
her mind. What's with
she
that?
really has.
The hairdo is. I
What is that?
get that you want to. Like, I'm willing to do things to be relevant, right? To get your name out there. I'll do crazy stuff, like wear this sweater. But she's a nut.
No, she is
Like,
a legit crazy person.
I'm not going to sit there and be like, you know what? Every time I'm on Glenn Beck program, I see a guy sitting across the table from me. He's not quite alive. It's an apparition. He doesn't say much. Every now and then he kind of looks up from his computer. Kind of looks like Stu. Chad 20. Chad on Blaze.com. I got to figure out, though, we got to figure out how to streamline, because I have a lot of ideas. Obviously, I'm in the shirt business. But our thing isn't streamlined to get our designs. I don't know how Stu gets it done so fast. See, Stu comes up with an idea, and then he throws it out on Glenn Beck, and 16,000 people buy a pin.
Honestly, how would they do it either?
Yeah. I send my stuff over to Alexander, and 3 days later I go to him, and I'm like, hey, that Pure Blood shirt that I told you about. He's like, forgot.
Oh.
Like, Alexander. I don't know.
Yeah, you need to be called. Where's Allison with that one? Allison
well,
needs to call Alexander.
No, Allison's doing nothing else.
Oh.
No more responsibilities for Allison.
Okay.
Everybody knows Allison.
Okay.
Allison's got enough on her plate. Allison ain't having anything to do with my business here at the Blaze.
Well,
no.
But speaking of Allison, I do have to come to her defense, because she's a huge TikTok. She's a TikToker, but very big on promoting you, future
great.
Governor.
She's great. I can't add anything else to her plate.
No more. Okay, got it.
Nothing added to her plate, because she's swamped.
Yeah,
she's swamped.
She's
Everybody's
dedicated.
like, I'm not getting emails back. Well, that's because if you could see the emails we get,
yeah,
I mean, by the thousands that come in, and I'm thankful for that. But some of them are really weird.
Well,
really weird. We get some odd stuff that comes in. I mean, we get novellas, we get therapy sessions, we get some of this stuff like the ETs and the ghosts. I did get a message the other day wanting to sit down with me because this pertains to Texas policy. We really need to deal with this UFO issue. And she had the scoop and really needed to sit down with me and share the information that she's got before. I ain't got time for this bull.
Ooh, I kind of want to know what she wants to say about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's great, but I ain't got time to sit down and deal
Send
with.
her to Demi.
To sit down and listen to alien
Have
policies.
her inbox Demi Lovato. They'll have a great chit chat.
I mean, if anyone had any clue how busy I am,
you are.
It's insane. So no, I did not take the time to vet her in her extraterrestrial knowledge. The primaries, by the way, are March 1st in Texas, and primary elections do not split the vote. We will be right back. I'm glad Brad came on, 5timesaugust.com. Check him out. Download the song, of course. There's like so many things I want to say. And like we didn't get to the Waukesha Christmas parade. Jelaine Maxwell's trial started. Mm-hmm. A lot of things. Maybe we'll get to it tomorrow night, Tuesday. Talk about things. I'm just glad to be back. Glad to be back running my mouth. Been in a tent for a week.
It's Christmas time now. We need to decorate this studio. That's all I care about.
Come, they told me. Ba-da-rum-pa-pum-bum.
Just hear those sleigh bells ringling, ding, 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 too.
You would. That would be your go-to. Hey, here's a review. We like the reviews. Leave us 5 stars and a good rating. Heather found your show and podcast on The Blaze. That's good, because that's where it's at. I absolutely love when you preach and or rant from the armchair pulpit. I hope you are the next governor of Texas. You're a mouth of God's ears. And I hope to be a citizen of Texas by then, a conservative transplanting from the not-so-great state of Illinois. Prather 22. Thank you very much. You know the guy who uses our show to homeschool his kids? I met him.
He came out to your campaign?
He came to a campaign event in Amarillo.
I love it.
Solid cat.
What'd he say?
Solid cowboy. Yeah, I met the family. They're great.
Oh, it's awesome.
Once I met him, I understood. He's a plain spoken dude.
Nice.
Yeah, solid.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, keep sending those ratings and reviews. We appreciate it. 5 stars. That's what we deserve, and that's all we take. Lisa, thanks for being here. You hanging around?
Sure.
All right, good. Tuesday, we'll see you tomorrow night. We love you. God bless you. We'll talk to you then. Bye.